Now that the Season of Discovery Phase 4 PTR is officially out as of today, we can look at the new class adjustments they have planned, and while some of them are what you'd expect with a few new abilities here and there rounding out the classes, the Melee Specialist rune got absolutely butchered. It no longer gives any cooldown reduction to anything, and now it's just going to give your Raptor Strike and Mongoose Bite a 30% chance to reset Raptor Strike. But there is a new chest rune called Cobra Slayer, which is going to make Mongoose Bite activate whenever your attack is dodged instead of whenever you dodge an attack. It also buffs it by 40% of your attack power, so it's going to work like overpower now, and you'll actually be able to use it in a raid. So it is a chest rune, but Aspect of the Lion is becoming baseline, so you can actually use whatever chest rune you want. But I mean, if you're melee, it's probably going to be this one. So the way the irritation basically plays out now is that you Raptor Strike and Flanking Strike, and then you spam Wing Clip and hope that it gets dodged. That way you can Mongoose Bite, and then you hope that that resets Raptor Strike. But by the time that you did those two abilities, the Wing Clip and the Mongoose Bite, because they both use the global, your Raptor Strike is pretty much off cooldown anyway. Whenever we have really good RNG and Flanking Strike and Raptor Strike are resetting themselves like crazy, you'll probably still do really good DPS, but with normal or bad RNG, this is just going to feel horrible. The new cape slot is going to give melee hunters this hit and run rune. The other two are just ranged. Hit and run gives us 15% move speed for 4 seconds whenever you Raptor Strike, which I guess could be good in PvP, but this doesn't stack with Aspect of the Cheetah, and unless Raptor Strike resets somehow, you won't even be able to keep it up all the time. But more importantly, this doesn't increase our damage at all, and I don't really see why you'd want to have 15% move speed whenever you're just standing there hitting the boss anyway. There is one possible saving grace. There are some data mine changes coming to the tier 1 sets, and Melee Hunter has its own actual tier 1 set, and the bonuses are pretty relevant, so let me tell you about them. The 2 set makes it so Mongoose Bite reduces its target's chance to dodge by 1% and increases your chance to hit by 1% for 30 seconds. Given that you're affecting the boss's chance to dodge, this could be a mandatory raid debuff, but it's unclear if this would work for everybody's dodge chance or just your dodge chance on that target. If it is just for your chance to dodge, then it is kind of weird considering we're trying to get dodged, that way we can Mongoose Bite. The 4 set is the same as Ranged Hunter, it just gives you 3% increased damage on the type of thing that you're tracking, so in Molten Core, remember to track beasts or giants or elementals or whatever. However, the 6 set bonus is actually where things could change. It makes Mongoose Bite also activate for 6 seconds whenever your target parries or blocks or when your melee attack misses. This is worded pretty weirdly. I assume it's only hostile targets, so when the boss parries or blocks something, you'll get a Mongoose Bite proc, and it says when your melee attack misses. So hopefully that just works from regular white auto attacks and it doesn't have to be an ability. And because we're dual wielding, we'll actually see a lot of misses, so this will actually proc pretty often. Still though, Mongoose Bite has a 5-second cooldown, and whenever it's proccing, it's not resetting or anything. It's just activating so that way you can use it if it's off cooldown, but you can't do it more than every 5 seconds. And Mongoose Bite never resets with anything, so even without the proc requirement, if you were using it on cooldown, your rotation would still have lots of win clips in it. You would basically Raptor Strike, Mongoose Strike, and then if Flanking Strike was on cooldown, you would just do a win clip unless if something reset. And so without good RNG, this is going to feel bad. I'm hoping Blizzard rethinks this a little bit. Personally, I would just make it so Mongoose Bite doesn't have a cooldown. That way whenever you get one of these procs, it feels really good. And I'd also make it so wing clip just resets it 100% of the time. That way you have some fallback RNG. You're never just wing clipping twice in a row because that just feels horrible. Keep in mind this is all subject to change and is only accurate as of the date of me posting this video using PTR data, so this is not like 100% coming to the game. But if it does, I'm probably going to play Warrior or Feral or something. If you want to hear me talk about this stuff live, I started streaming every weekday on Twitch from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. EST, so come say hi at twitch.tv/Kipzo. That's Kippzo.